Good morning. Hey, I wish I could be live with you all on Facebook. However, I am in Facebook jail, and Facebook jail prevents you from going on live on Facebook. So, with that being said, I am recording to YouTube and then uploading. So, I hope those of you that are interested in this class or the classes today will hop on and check out these classes. So, yeah. All right, so we're going to talk about hormones first and foremost. This is something that is very near and dear to my heart. I've had 5 kids, and I've lived an 80s. I was an 80s child, and I think in the 80s there was a lot of experimental things going on with our food, and just not a lot was known. And I was eating pretty much like every 80s child. We had what's it called? I remember eating ravioli a lot, dente more beef stew, anything that came in a can. We were consuming a lot of it, those convenience foods that were canned, we just consumed. And at the time, we had no idea the dangers of that, and we had no idea the dangers of what's called BPA. So for those of you who are unaware, BPA is in a lot of your canned products. Even like tomatoes, that's where it gets really bad. The acidity in the tomatoes really draw out the BPA. Now, since we're more educated on BPA and what it does to your system, and as people from the 80s are aging, we realize that BPA is not a good thing. And so they're taking BPA out of canned products. But, in the 80s, we didn't know this. And what BPA does is it increases your estrogen, and your body looks at it as estrogen. And so a lot of women today have a lot of estrogen dominance because of BPA in their food supply, not to mention from fertilizers and such that can also increase your estrogen. So it really gets your hormones out of whack, and hormones can affect a lot of things. In fact, a healthy endocrine system equals healthy mood, healthy skin, healthy bowels, and so much more. So let's talk a little bit about this. And I'll tell you a little bit about my story along the way and why I feel like just hormones are so important to make sure that we have them in check. So your endocrine system is comprised of glands, of all the glands in your body that produce hormones, including the thyroid, pancreas, and ovaries. Hormones are like little chemical messengers in your body that regulate your metabolism, growth and development, tissue function, sexual function, reproduction, sleep, mood, among other things. These messengers are produced by glands secreted into the circulatory system to achieve balance or homeostasis. So when your hormones are out of balance, it can contribute to headaches, insomnia, weak bones, weight gain, hot flashes, mood swings, infertility, low libido, and that's just to name a few. Hormonal balance can also affect the way we handle stress, right? I'm sure a lot of us see this. Over time, these hormone imbalances can lead to rapid aging and increased risk of disease. So your body is constantly working on a difficult task of keeping this system in balance. Stress, poor diet, food choices, inadequate sleep, synthetic hormones, genetic factors, and less active lifestyle can throw hormones out of whack and create health problems. So I didn't realize the effect of hormones on your body until I got older. And by older, I mean I was probably 30, I think I was 35. I just had my 4th baby. So with all my babies, I never really had an issue of losing weight after babies. Like, it just came off. First 2, I was eating Whoppers, and I had a horrible diet. Like, was not educated on diet. I was eating Whopper Wednesday, eating French fries, drinking my Diet Coke, and just the weight would just come off. And I thought, this is great. Nursing's amazing, Then I had the 4th child. And by this time I had I had learned a lot about food, and we were all natural, and we were trying to do things naturally. And I would say I was grain free. We were eating a great healthy diet, and when I had stepped on the scale, I waited 3 months to weigh myself with my fourth child. And I stepped on the scale and I weighed 170 pounds. And this was 3 months postpartum. I'm a small person. And I was 50 pounds overweight of where I was before. And that was a really hard pill to swallow. The thing of it was that I wasn't eating bad. I was eating better than I had ever with any of my children. And I realized there was something wrong and not right. And so I called my husband, bawling. He was working. He had a clinic at the time. I called his office and I'm like crying. I'm like, Kevin, I'm so fat. Like, why can't I lose this weight? And he just said, it's more than calories in versus calories out. He's like, you probably have adrenal fatigue. He's like, I know it's not diagnosed, but he's like, your adrenals are probably shot. And at that time, it really got me thinking, like, okay, let me look into this adrenal fatigue thing. So what I did is I literally went on Googled it, looked up supplements, looked at how to naturally support my hormones. And what I found was that by taking these supplements, I just used what I had at the time, used the oils that I had at the time on hand, and I started just using them every day. Within the first week, I lost 10 pounds. And I'm not saying do this stuff and you'll lose 10 pounds in a week, but my hormones were so horrible and they could not function on their own. They needed support and they needed help, and this was really eye-opening to me. Now, did I lose 10 pounds the next week? No, I lost nothing the next week. But it was just like it jump-started my body to start regulating out. And then I really had to look at how I was going to get healthy or stay healthy. Kevin, you're welcome to come in here if you want. I'm just doing a class, but okay. So yes, that's where we were with that. So it was just it just really opened my eyes to all things hormones and all those things. Sorry, we're getting ready for our day already. So you might hear kids and things like that. So we're just going to talk about a few oils and a few supplements to kind of get you started, because it can be overwhelming. And the first supplement, do I want to talk about that first? Yes, we're going to talk about a supplement called Endogize. And this is one that I took because it had ashwagandha root in it. And I still take it today. I take 1 pill a day. But this supports your entire endocrine system. It contains DHEA, which is the most common hormone in your body. So your body produces DHEA, but after 20, the production starts to decline. That means this supplement can be very helpful to aging women. You need this hormone because it is needed to produce over 50 other hormones, including estrogen. So think of all the things older women commonly experience, or maybe you're experiencing them yourself. So this is great to help maintain youthful health. Let's see what else. So the adrenal glands are located on top of each kidney. The hormones that they produce help regulate your blood sugar and blood pressure, and they help your body burn fat and use protein. They also release cortisol, your stress hormone. So by supporting these glands, you're supporting your overall cardiovascular health, your metabolism, weight management, and your body's ability to manage stress and maintain energy. Endogize is also infused with oils to help increase the bioavailability to 80%. So that's the body's ability to absorb and utilize everything you ingest. And this is huge, you guys. You can buy supplements from Walmart and you can buy cheap supplements, but the bioavailability, which is the absorption rate, is super low. So I always say, if you're gonna spend money on supplements, you need to spend money on supplements. Now, the more you really want bioavailability, because if your body's not absorbing supplements, what's the point of taking them? So an 80% bioavailability rate is phenomenal. It's a phenomenal rate. So that's something to consider. Energize contains clary sage, ginger, myrrh, and cassia, and you just take one capsule. You can take it twice a day or once a day. Like I said, I take it once a day. So it is one of those supplements that I've loved, and it's great to support your entire endocrine system. All right, now let's talk about another oil that I also use every day to support my hormones, and that is Progestins Plus. And this is an actual oil, or it's a serum, if you will. And what I do is I leave it actually in my makeup bag in my bathroom because it just makes sense to me. So in the morning I wake up, I put 2 drops on my forearm and I rub it in. And when I go to bed at night, I put 2 drops on my forearm and I go to bed. It's just super simple. That's how I use it. If you want to use it that way, you can. If you don't like the smell, put it on your feet. Do it on the inner arches of your feet, 2 drops before you go to bed, 2 drops in the morning. Progestins Plus is sometimes referred as PP or Pro Plus. They get this from progesterone from a wild yam. It's totally natural. Progesterone is a hormone that is produced by the body. It regulates your cycle. So like I was having issues with my cycles being super short. Once I was the key is consistency in taking Progestins Plus, I was able to get my cycles back to a 29-day cycle. I was at a 20-day cycle, okay, which is not fun for anybody, right? So I was able to get it longer because I was taking Progestins Plus. You need progesterone for pregnancy. So I got a lot of moms that are like, well, I'm not going to do Progestins Plus when I'm pregnant. I'm like, why? For those of you that miscarry or have a high rate of miscarriage within your first trimester, this is essential. Usually it's because your progesterone levels are really, really low. So with my last 2 babies, I've had a lot of miscarriages, a lot. I know people say you have 5 kids, you're very fertile, but the truth is that we've also lost a lot as well. So Progestins Plus is great, especially for the first trimester. So for my last 2 babies, I would do 20 drops on my forearms for the first trimester every single day to up my progesterone level naturally. Excuse me, got a little bit of a cold. Okay. Let's see. So Progestins Plus is formulated for women. It contains, and these are essential oils in it too. So it has the progesterone, it has copaiba, sacred frank, cedarwood, bergamot, peppermint, clove, which are all calming oils and ideal for women who want to just feel more relaxed and balanced. Now on my notes it says it creates a lovely perfume. Some women like it, some women don't like the smell. It's okay, it doesn't really matter. So it doesn't matter if you like the smell. But let's talk about some other oils that I love. Wait. I wanted to talk about Cortistop. Where's that in my notes real quick? Here it is, Cortistop. This is another great one, and I don't take this every day. I have this on hand for my stressful moments in my life. So Cortistop is, it tells it all by its name, cortisol. Cortisol is a hormone produced by the adrenal gland in response to stress and low blood sugar. So when you want to support a healthy amount of cortisol in your body, reach for Cortistop. So you remember the fight or flight survival response. The hormone is there to help you survive, and that's super important. But if you're in that fight or flight all the time, it's harmful. You can experience feelings of fatigue, difficult maintaining a healthy weight, difficult maintaining optimal health or cardiovascular system. So this supplement supports your body in maintaining a natural balance and harmony. It's also designed to aid in female granular system. So what I like to do with Cortistop is if I know I'm going to have a stressful day, which isn't a lot in my life, but like let's say I have a lot to do, or I have classes, or I'm going to teach a class somewhere new, or things just aren't normal in my day, I will take to Cortistop to help support my hormones, because I know my hormones are going to need it because I'm stressed out. So when I'm stressed, I take Cortistop. Now, I'm going to talk about two more things, and that's it. 2 more oils. We're going to talk about Endogize, and we're going to talk about, not Endogize, Endoflex, and we're going to talk about Dragon Time. So here we go. Dragon Time. is perfect for that time of the month, for your cycle. The week before, when you get cranky, Dragon Time is great. So if you have occasional moodiness in your cycle, your friends, your husband, everyone will thank you for Dragon Time. And I'm not kidding. This stuff works. And I'm telling you from personal experience. So no more Dragon Lady nicknames every time of the month. It really does mellow out your mood. I'm not quite sure the science behind it, but I just put it on my forearms and it really, really helps. So it contains a blend of fennel, clary sage, lavender, blue yarrow, jasmine, marjoram, essential oils. So it's a sweet aroma. At first I didn't like the smell, but it's really grown on me. It kind of reminds me of like a black licorice smell. I don't know why. Its balancing properties make a perfect choice for normal healthy moods during the female cycle. So I just take it the week before my cycle when I'm moody, and that's it. Or not take it, I put it on my forearms. So Dragon Time is recommended for both young and mature women. You can apply it to your abdomen, your lower back. I literally put it on my forearms. That's where I put it. So I know I have a lot of ladies that always ask me, I've got a 13-year-old daughter that's just like crying all the time. Use this. Use this on her. It's not going to hurt her. It's great for just balancing out the mood a little bit whenever they need it. All right, so the last one I want to talk about is Endoflex. Let's see here. Endoflex. This is great for supporting your entire endocrine system. So this is one that I like to use every single day. This one. So Dragon Time I use once a month type thing for about a week. And this I like to use every single day. I also think it helps like wake you up. So if you have those 3 p.m. like tanking, you know, or if your adrenals are shot, a lot of times this it'll help you pick up your energy levels. So you can put it in a gel capsule, or you can just apply it to your adrenals, or you can apply it to your forearms. But it is infused with spearmint, sage, geranium, myrtle, nutmeg, and German chamomile. So this is also good for those young girls as well, if it's something that you want to put on them every single day. Yeah. So it is great for your entire endocrine system. So all that being said, those are my favorite oils. Be on the lookout for some graphics that I'm going to post in a little bit, but those are my favorite things in regards to all things hormones. So hey, that is it for this class. We're going to wrap it up. I will see you back here in the afternoon around 1 o'clock, and we're going to talk again. And then tonight at 9, we're going to talk about some other things. So, hey, looking forward to seeing you, and please be on the lookout for some giveaways on this page today. All right, guys, hey, hope you're having a great Sunday. Bye-bye.